G'day, I'm Joe. I'm 30 years old and I have just quit my job to pursue a new business, my own business. So what we're going to do in this channel is maybe record some of the things that I experience as I try and open something here. And that way, if you are interested in pursuing something like this yourself, maybe this can be a bit of a guide. I don't know. There'll be probably things that I come across that you may not have thought of, or maybe on the flip side, maybe you are a business owner and you've been through this journey before, and you can maybe give me some tips. But I think what I want to do here is maybe create a bit of a community for people who are wanting to, break out of that minimum wage sort of mindset, adopt that sort of growth mindset, and I guess pursue, a healthy future for yourself, right? So, yeah, a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm 30, just turned 30. I've got a partner and a daughter. I have always been really interested in financial freedom. In fact, man, even going back to high school, when they write down what you want to be when you grow up, mine was rich, right? But yeah, I've always been really interested in that, but I never knew what that career would take shape as. So I left high school, started working in tourism, worked in tourism for 12 years, but I knew tourism probably wasn't going to be able to, I guess, give me the opportunity to be financially, rich, right? That's kind of what we all want to do. And so whilst on that journey, I learned how to invest, and just tried to learn as much as I could about, financial markets and budgeting and things like that, which has obviously done us pretty good. But I knew ultimately it wasn't going to get me where I wanted to go. And so, midway through last year, I left Movie World on the Gold Coast and started pursuing real estate. Obviously, it's one of those careers. It's one of those careers where you don't have, I guess, a ceiling. It's up to you how much you want to earn. But that also comes with the sacrifice of not seeing your family, right? That really didn't resonate with me. In a way, I sort of felt like my being was being constricted and consumed, right? And hey, that's the game, right? It's up to you whether you want to go down that avenue or whether you, have a look at something else. And ultimately, after 8 months, I decided to leave the estate agency, and that's where I am now. So there's a couple of key takeaways that I obviously learned from working in real estate. The first is the hustle, right? Where I was working was a very high intensity agency. We're talking like morning meetings every morning, straight into prospecting from, we'd be prospecting from 8 till midday and then out at appointments for the rest of the day. So the hustle. But then the other thing that really helped me was removing that glass ceiling above my head on how much I felt like I could earn. And I went from a job where I was earning like $50K a year to then potentially doing something that had no ceiling, right? And as somebody that's always wanted to be a business owner, I didn't want to go back to working under somebody else and potentially putting that glass ceiling above my head, right? The other thing was, of course, the family element, right? Obviously, starting your own business is going to be really bloody hard. However, it's about choosing your own battles, right? So I knew that I didn't want to go work for somebody else. And I knew that I always wanted to start my own business. And so here we are. We're going to do it. I'm going to document every step of the way so you guys, again, can see how that journey takes place. And yeah, that way as well, you can keep me accountable for some of the things that I say that I want to do, maybe that I don't achieve. Because yeah, ultimately it's about creating that community, right? And that we all learn from each other, we all progress together, and hopefully I can maybe inspire somebody out there to pursue your own career, right? So where to from here? Essentially, yesterday was my first day off from work. So of course, what I decided to do was, instead of getting a casual job, right, where, you know, I'm going to again sacrifice time for money, and ultimately what that would do would take me away from continuing to keep going with my pursuit of this business. I just thought I'm wasting time, right? Like ultimately I want to get this business set up as quick as I can. I don't want to fluff about with resumes. I don't want to go out interviewing. I don't want to do, you know, I just don't want to waste my time, right? Time is of the essence here. Time is money. And so I spent yesterday essentially just jumping onto Centrelink, and I've started obviously applying for the job seeker allowance. Now, the reason why I have done that is, and this is probably something that you might not know, is once you have received a job seeker payment, you can actually apply for the self-employment assistance program. Now, there's some really awesome things that you can get out of this. And I'll give you guys a bit of a rundown. This is on the Workforce Australia Self-Employment Services. Essentially, it's the Self-Employment Assistance Program delivered by the Australian School of Employment helps people start, develop and grow a small or micro business through 12 months of free mentoring, workshop, accredited training and financial support. So this seems like a really great option for anybody that's wanting to start their own business who may not know about this. So what that's going to entitle you is to exploring self-employment workshops, business advice coaching sessions, 12 months of small business coaching, business plan support, business health checks, and accredited training. So you can even get a certificate of entrepreneurship and new business or skill set. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? I guess it's really good that in a way that the government supports people that are wanting to start their own business. And so I thought the first thing that I want to do is obviously get started down this avenue through Centrelink. You have to start with Centrelink first, but then flip over to this new, I don't even know if it's new, but the self-employment service. I think it's awesome. So yeah, best of luck everyone, and see you on the next one.